In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, the relationship between Argentina and the People's Republic of China expanded to encompass a variety of sectors, including trade, military cooperation, and technology. Economic interactions have been particularly significant, with trade between the two countries growing exponentially from a mere $6 million in 1972 to $18 billion by 2021. Although the connection was initially tentative, diplomatic relations between the two countries were formally established in 1972. China is now one of Argentina's most significant economic partners, having a significant impact on the country's infrastructure, mining, and agriculture industries. Not only do the two countries have close economic ties, but they also have a political history characterized by mutual support on touchy subjects like sovereignty claims and Chinese participation in Argentine military and space projects, such as the building of a deep space station in Yuan province. While China supports Argentina's claims to the Falkland Islands, Argentina is in favor of the One China policy. China's involvement in Argentine infrastructure projects under programs like the Belt and Road Initiative demonstrates the combination of this political solidarity with economic cooperation. However, the partnership faced obstacles and oscillations based on Argentina's internal politics and its relationships with other global powers, particularly the United States. Changes in the emphasis and intensity of the relationship with China, for example, have often resulted from changes in Argentine leadership. During the COVID-19 epidemic, Argentina saw a notable strengthening of ties with China, characterized by substantial Chinese investment and assistance. With his strong anti-communist rhetoric and outspoken anarcho-capitalist views, Javier Milei's election as president of Argentina signaled a dramatic change in the political climate of the country. This change was especially apparent in the context of Argentina's relations with China, a nation that has been actively attempting to increase its influence in Latin America through political and economic partnerships. M's early hardline position on cooperating with communist states suggested that Argentina and China would end up in conflict. This was made clear by his early statements and actions, which seemed to favor alliances with Western powers, especially the United States, over those with Beijing. Nevertheless, the complexity of world politics and Argentina's economic difficulties soon seemed to require the new president to take a more nuanced approach. The recent change in the Argentine President Javier M's position towards China illustrates a pragmatic adjustment in his political strategy that might have consequences for the US and his administration. Surprisingly, this statement comes from the well-known anarcho-capitalist Javier M of Argentina rather than from a typical supporter of communism. Almost a year into his presidency, M revealed his unexpected gratitude for China in a recent TV interview with a local celebrity, noting his positive impression of the nation previously. Milei had a different tone in an interview in Buenos Aires in August 2023, firmly stating that we don't do pacts with communists, indicating his intent to limit interactions with China to private business engagements. However, MLE's international policy became more flexible early in his term, abandoning Argentina's plans to join the China-BRIC trade bloc and emphasizing his alignment with US interests, among them the acquisition of F-16 jets from the US. His recent praise of China, however, points to a turn away from total rigidity and towards a more pragmatic stance on the international scene while maintaining his libertarian beliefs. Despite his efforts to combat hyperinflation with shock therapy, M's pivot may have been motivated by his need to draw in foreign investments to support his liberal economic reforms in Argentina. However, the social fallout from these measures is substantial, and his popularity is declining as legislative challenges mount. One may see M's newly established relationship with China as a reaction to Argentina's political and economic weaknesses. A departure from his previous stringent campaign pledges. This realistic political strategy suggests that he may not be as dogmatically ideological as he pretends. Let's stop for a moment. Would you please help us? If you like our work, please click the like button to support us even more. We also appreciate your feedback and opinions in the comments section, which helps us develop. Trade between Argentina and China has been quite active in the previous few years, with swings that are indicative of wider economic trends and policy actions from 2017 to 2022. Argentina's exports to China increased at an annualized rate of 12.8%, from $4.38 billion in 2017 to $8 billion in 2022. However, China's imports into Argentina and exports to China both suffered a decline between July 2023 and July 2024. In that one-year period, China's purchases from Argentina decreased from $58 million to $379 million, while its exports to Argentina decreased from $1.26 billion to $851 million. Changes in international trade policy and fluctuations in commodity prices are only two of the factors that may have contributed to the two nations' fall in trade volumes during this time. Notwithstanding these oscillations, the trade connection is still significant, highlighting Argentina and China's economic reliance in important areas like technology and agricultural exports. These dynamics show the larger framework of Argentina's foreign trade strategy, which reflects both possibilities and problems in its foreign trade agenda for the US. Argentina continues to balance its economic contacts with important global powers. EM's tilt towards China ought to be a key sign of its collapsing regional strategy. Latin American leaders have discovered that the US is more concerned with enforcing bans than with establishing partnerships that result in tangible economic gains. This scenario suggests that the US needs to re-evaluate its approach as Beijing makes rapid inroads in Latin America. Meanwhile, EM's strategy poses risks. His simultaneous support for Donald Trump and conflicts with the International Monetary Fund complicate his international relations while balancing the demands of China and the US. EM's admiration for Chinese decisiveness came after quick access to funds from an existing financial arrangement with Beijing, highlighting the efficiency he values. In a period defined by sharp ideological splits and political maneuvering, MLE must carefully handle these partnerships, focusing on investment and commerce while temporarily sidelining security issues that may worry the US. Mele's shift in attitude serves as a reminder that politicians sometimes take pliable stances to win over voters, departing from their ideological rhetoric when confronted with the reality of government. Libertarian utopian promises are usually temperable due to the practical realities of guiding a country under political and economic duress. Argentina and Russia have a relationship characterized by strategic collaboration in a number of areas, with notable advancements in recent years.